Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, Linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. Today we're going to be talking about navigating your communication links at the workplace. And today's video comes to you courtesy of a question from Diana R. And Diana won't reveal her location, so that's okay. We'll keep that in confidence, Diana. And Diana writes, "Hi Stacey, I'm writing to you because I have a problem with my boss. He has a bad habit of throwing me under the bus at our corporate meetings, calling me out on the things I've told him in confidence. I'm having a problem speaking up because I don't want to get fired, but this is really causing a problem in that I'm now starting to hate my job. What can I do? Thanks in advance." Diana. Okay, Diana. This is a common topic and it's got a lot of layers, so let's talk about all the layers of navigating communication at the workplace and dealing with all these links that we have. We're dealing with, let's identify the links first of all. Link of communication, link of trust, link of authentic truth, using your voice, boundaries and terms. So we've got like 7 links we're working with here in how you're navigating this space, and that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So I understand your position. You didn't indicate what kind of company you're working for, but I don't see any mention of an HR department here, so I'm assuming you work for a small to a medium-sized company that may not have that, and maybe your boss is the owner of the company or something. Not really sure, but let's address what this all stems from the beginning. It all stems from the fact that you have problems with your coworkers, which you then report to your boss. So let's get to the root cause. Root cause, problem with the coworkers. So let me ask you this. Is it possible for you to resolve the conflict with your coworkers one-on-one individually where the issues are at hand first instead of going directly to your boss? Is that possible? Unless, of course, you are sitting in a supervisory position, which means that it's your job to actually report all of these things. I don't know, but you didn't say. But let's look at what you can address one-on-one individually first. A lot of communication problems can be resolved very quickly just by totally nabbing it right then and there as it's happening, when it's happening, and saying, you know what, hey, I'm really unclear about this. Can you help clarify that statement or this action or this lack of action, or be more clear on expectation or deadline or whatever it is, and dealing with the problem right there. Root cause. Deal with it. The more you do that, the less you'll have to actually go to your boss about it. Now, if you're sitting in the other position that I talked about, where it's your job to actually report about everybody, perhaps you can do it without naming names. If you do it without naming names, then you're not calling anybody else out. So if it's your boss that has a discretion problem in corporate meetings, and your boss's loose lips just keep name dropping about who did this and who did that, if you don't use names and instead you deal with the problem in the situation, guess what? You're now looking at the solution finding mode for the problem, for the issues at hand, instead of pointing everybody out accusatory to where you're putting them in defense mode to work against you. See what I mean? You're not dealing with that. So why don't we break apart whatever problems you're having and look at that as to how you can discuss it with your boss to resolve. How can we fix this communication problem? How can we improve productivity or efficiency because we're having these specific communication problems, or lack of action, or a procedure problem? Looking at it for the deal of what it is instead of the people, I think will be a little more helpful to you, because the one thing you can't do is you can't control your boss. Now, you can have a one-on-one conversation with your boss saying, you know what, I came to you in confidence, and stand up for yourself and say, I came to you in confidence because you needed to know X, Y, Z, and I didn't appreciate it when it was brought up at this meeting. Could we in the future, mutually agree that if we're going to be discussing things to be resolved in a meeting, that we identify it as a problem? I would do that too as your backup. So now you've got the secure thing of being very selective verbally as to what you choose to disclose or not disclose when you're trying to get to the solution for the problem. You're not naming names, so you cover your territory there of not having to disclose that, so that way you're protected in case your boss can't control himself. And then you're also making it very, very clear to your boss, saying, you know what, communication only works if it's based on a foundation of mutual respect and trust, And I trusted you. I'm hoping that I can continue to trust you, and this is what will work more effectively. And I think if you cover from both of those areas, then you're actually creating your own resolve. And that's how we navigate that communication link. It takes two, anchors and pillars on each end for you to feel secure so you can start liking your job again. Because, at the end of the day, all we have is how we communicate with people, right, Diana? So as we're dealing with that, and you're talking about how your boss threw you under the bus, I do think you do need to address that, but don't do it as a "you did this to me" thing. Do it as in, this is what I need, this is what's going to make me feel productive in the workplace, be the best that I can be, to know that I can trust in the situation of the communication. And by putting it in those terms, you're now setting the foundation and your boundaries and your terms, using your voice, speaking up, being your authentic self, walking in your truth, hitting all 7 links simultaneously by being able to articulate that kind of communication. And that's how you can resolve it. But start grassroots first. Start with the individual one-on-one with your coworkers. And if that doesn't seem to fit the bill, then be very selective and discreet with how you choose to bring up a situation to your boss, and then make sure you have the mutual understanding. And then we're starting to get solid footing on a brand new terrain of honesty, trust, truth, and respect, and hopefully be able to maintain that. So I hope that helps. If not, write me back. And if you have a link that you want me to address, that you want me to help you navigate in your life, be sure to hit me up on social media. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Linkronicity, blogspot.com, and go to linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. I hope you have a wonderful day navigating your communication links, being true to your authentic self.